Why were you so quick to run away? Perhaps you are a marauder after all. That's the simplest explanation.
Wait! Listen to me. Yes, I confess I am guilty, but I wasn't running away. I wanted you to follow me. I promise to tell you anything you want to know. But what's important right now is to stop Amarantha, the Mountain Witch, before she destroys us all. She's terrible. She took me under her control. And it's all because of her damn past.
Her past? A joyless one, I suppose.
When Amarantha was still quite herself, she said she had been a student of the powerful Archmage Nevetus, who performed magic in the Crownlands, but his sorcery was destroyed. Amarantha fled. She said that Nevetus was after her as if she were a slave. And now the Blight is devouring her mind. Stop her!
What for?
She feeds on the souls of the innocent, performing sorcery on the mountain, in the ruins of the fortress. But the path there is currently closed off. If you activate the magic crystal, the way shall open. But unfortunately, I don't remember how it is done. Perhaps her sorcery is to blame. She may have used it to erase my memories. Oh, Creator, give me the strength to remember!
I need to put it back in place. Did it work? Where did this come from? Listen, Fabian, I've decided not to leave. You must remember what has to be done.
Wait. I remember now. I remember. I don't remember how she did it. I can't remember that, but I've read her scroll. She described it all there. The servants of light await the magic gifts that gleam in the dark. The Lord weeps in solitude, awaiting the light from his servants. The Lord is gracious when he drinks of the servant's light, and so will the Lord open the secret door.
To put it simply, the small crystals must light up the big one. Many thanks.
I'm doing pretty well so far.
Found something. Right.
Who's there? Is that you, sweetheart? Come. Come to your Amarantha. We'll meet in the Wonder Grove. Near the rattleberry bushes. What's this? An intruder? Have you come to serve me? Then I welcome you.
Serve you? Please. Look at yourself, what you've turned into. You feed on human souls.
I need their souls. I want to exist. They shall protect me. Protect from the void.
You're beyond salvation. Well, I must destroy you.
Finally, that damned witch is gone. I'm free of her. At last, I am free.
Your relationship really soured there at the end.
How wonderful. Does this mean I can return to my normal life?
Your normal life at Crucis? Well, yes, why not?
Amarantha. She caused so much sorrow. I will keep reading her records. Keep trying to understand what happened to her.
If you read it before going to sleep, you might end up one of the undead yourself.
Oh no, not me. Enter the portal and I'll open it. May the Creator protect thee.
are the sentries? What the devil is happening to this country?
I need to think about it, I guess. The missing parts must be nearby. Found something.
I'm doing pretty well so far. I should draw the attention of the guards on the other bank somehow.
What is this nonsense? Where's the guard? Why is the bridge up? Ring the bell. Have them lower it.
Hold on, Ansel. I sense death magic in the air. And it is recent. Can't you feel it?
Yes. Yes, something is very wrong here. Here, take the scroll of healing. We confiscated it from the Marauder before... Well, it doesn't matter. It'll be of more use to you anyway. I don't know what to do with it.
You! Halt right there! Let's see your letter of passage. Now. Have at them, boys! Take no prisoners! Those aren't our men. They're bandits. Hey, answer me!
We're not cut out for this. Run!
Destroy them! Every last one!
Who are you running from? Them? I told you not to be afraid.
There you are, mortal. I, the Great Dumbrazzle, grant you permission to ask a single question.
I've seen plenty of Wyrms. And their bones. Why are you here, Dumbrazzle?
I was paying a debt to an old elf. My promise is fulfilled, and now I'm free. Thank your patron. And farewell, mortal.
Victory is ours! See to the wounded, haste thee a horse, hie thee to Marcella for succor, call out to the Knights of the Guard, now! Or rather, as you were. The fight seems to be over. Horus, Legate of the Royal Guard, at your service. It's you, Mistress.
Catherine, Countess of Riggern. Though I confess, if we have met, dear knight, I do not recall.
My name is Horus. I am Legate of the King's Guard. I will escort you to Magnus's Bastion.
Your timing is impeccable. An attempt was just now made on my life. Surprisingly, it wasn't the cronies of my fool nephew, Maurice. Even more surprisingly, I was rescued by a dragon. It is most urgent we get to the bottom of this.
A dragon? Sure. My men will investigate the Batil Gates attack and question the survivors. And you, my lady, please come to the court under my protection. Prince Adrian doesn't like to wait.
Loyal subjects, I, King of Nostria, by the grace of Elu, have gathered you here today. The time has come to renew our oath.
Cease! Cease, rulers of the world! The time of oath is over! The Blight is coming. It cometh quicker and quicker. Devastation awaits. Death and ruin. No one will be spared. But the Savior is already here. She is among you.
Cathor, shut him up!
Accept this path, Chosen One. Follow it to the end. Do not fear, for I will meet you in the void.
Don't let... Stop!
Get her to Crucis.
Well, well. There's our valiant guard. With loot.
The King's Counselor Montier? What does he want?
Wait. I require but a moment of your time. Well...
Your Excellency, this personage has an audience with His Highness, Prince Adrian.
Ah, the prince is so fidgety. But he's not waiting for you, is he, Horus? I have some questions for you. Please stay. And you, go keep your appointment with the prince. But afterwards, return to me immediately. It is a matter of utmost importance. What's happening in the Royal Guard, Legate Horus?
We serve, as we always have.
And what did you find out about the Batil Gates incident, my good man?
Your Excellency?
When you were attending to our prince's whims, did you conduct an inspection? Found all the traitors, have you? Interrogated every living creature, every bird. The stones too, I assume. Sniffed out any evidence of treason, skullduggery, clapped the perpetrators in irons, warmed up the rack.
No. The prince gave me no such assignment.
Well, what are you waiting for, my lackadaisical friend? Get on your horse and ride ahead to reconnoiter. Check everything over with your own 2 eyes. Don't besmirch the reputation of the defenders of the throne and kingdom. Hurry up. Oligar will command the royal guard in your absence.
Dearest sister, how does the throne room suit you today? Don't you think our receptions under Adrian have become rather dull?
Have pity, my dear. He's only ruled for 6 months.
Yes, it's been difficult for the prince. Is there any way to wrench even a smidgen of power out of Montier's hands?
Let's leave the subject of Montier for the moment. How was your theater? How were the actresses?
Our last performance was a resounding failure, as you know. Our prima donna, Lindsay, seems utterly lost, as if suffering a head injury. But we are even now preparing a new performance.
Oh, brother dear, I am so looking forward to it. Our most esteemed attendee will be thrilled as well, I'm sure.
I have arrived, Your Highness.
Yes. First order of business? I gave the order to release you not out of mercy or any misguided belief in your innocence. You've been released because I find myself in need of a capable agent.
Oh, Your Highness. Your words are like the lilting of a lute in my ears.
Listen to me closely now, and no interruptions. Whilst my poison-struck father remains incapacitated, I must bear the weighty burden of the crown as keeper of the Kingdom of Nostria. A few days ago, a calamity occurred at the Monpatri Mage Factory. Several people died. My subjects. Since then, I haven't learned a single true thing about the incident. The mages are searching for signs of necromancy, while Montier claims it's an act of sabotage by the Artisanians. The lowborn are milling about in a panic, spreading wild rumors on the wind like grain for hens. The Royal Guard tarries. Even the acclaimed spies of the Adepts of Darkness can give me no straight answer. Thus I, Prince Adrian, heir to Nostria by the grace of the Creator, command you to carry out an investigation. But do not forget, until this task has been fulfilled to my satisfaction, you will not truly be free. Go. Perform this deed with full royal backing. Uncover the truth of what happened at the Mage Factory. There are people camped near Marcella. They call themselves Monpatri refugees. Start with them, and do not rest until you find out the true cause of the catastrophe.
Master Tenebris, would you really leave a lady in distress?
What can I do for you?
Ah, it's you. How nice.
You can't even imagine how much I need this poison. Just one drop, and my drunkard of a husband will stop tormenting me.
You know the price. Adepts never work on credit, noble word, or family furniture. The price of our knowledge and power can only be appraised in gold.
But 5,000 gold pieces is too much. As soon as I inherit my husband's fortune, I'll pay you back immediately.
You have to find the budget. This isn't up for discussion.
Careful! Oh, you wrinkled my dress.
Master Tenebris, would you really leave a lady in distress?
What can I do for you?
Magistrate Tweet.
Who's asking? How can I help?
My name is Gamion Beauregard. I am the Commissioner of the Artisanian Doge. I am in need of your king's audience.
The king is ill and won't see anyone.
If you'll excuse me, the Artisanian Doge gets ill sometimes as well. But once he's told that this might compromise a very lucrative contract, the illness vanishes without a trace. Are you following?
I'm very sorry, but the king is really ill. Not with your Artisanian fever, but with an actual sickness. He's suffering from migraines. You can discuss the matter with me. I am the city magistrate, the third most important person in the state.
Nice doing business with such a high-ranking gentleman. We would like to purchase a piece of land between the village of Sood and Mercia's farm.
But why would Artisanian merchants need a wheat field?
You know, I enjoy the bucolic life.
You're not telling me something, Mr. Beauregard. I'll think about it.
Watch it! You rumpled my best suit.
There you are, my dearest friend. Let's not waste words.
Dearest friend, you say? But never mind. Pray, continue, Count.
Those murderers and villains trampled on Nostria's honor when they donned the uniform of our guards and attacked you. In broad daylight, in an impregnable fortress. Oh, Creator. Outrageous, unspeakable, impossible. But my resilient friend never feared, for you were in good hands. While you were taking your meeting with the prince, my people figured everything out. Those conspirators needed you. They wanted to get to the king with your help, and... But how can we even think on such things? It would mean the ruin of the kingdom.
We aren't wasting words, are we?
We found out where the Blackguards are hiding, and have already dispatched both our regular guard and a detachment of royal guards to that location. The conspirators' house is in the market square, at the southern gate. I suggest you hurry if you want a hand in thrashing those rascals. They must be destroyed. Immediately. If not sooner. My assistant Bardolph will provide a travel allowance to cover your first expenses. Go. The Royal Council is counting on you.
Sir Montier, what a wonderful speech.
Your Excellency, may I ask?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but could you possibly...
Dear Sir Montier, did you know that?
Sir Counselor, I must say your taste in garments is magnificent.
Master Tenebris, would you really leave a lady in distress?
What can I do for you?
Distinguished Bardolph, you have to understand.
We came here from Derfjord, sailed through the rocky grid.
Almost got devoured by trolls in Cabal. Barely made it.
We lost 2 brother dwarves, 5 yaks, and
the goods. Sturdy steel from Storehorn, mammoth tusks and sheep wool.
Now you're sending us back for some stupid paper from our hofting?
The law is one for all, dear merchants. Derfjord is a Nostrian town. If you're the king's subjects and want to trade in Marcella, be so kind and get the letter of passage listing all goods from your town's holding to ours.
Get out of here. This is just... petty.
Think about it. How would we know honest merchants from bandits wishing to sell stolen goods?
We're going to Tyrene. I swear on Magdus's horns, we'll sell everything for triple the price. And Marcella will get nothing in taxes.
Wait, sirs. We can make it work. I promise. Yesterday you were in prison. And today you're acting in Prince Adrian's name. Take this. Your allowance from His Excellency, Royal Advisor Auguste Montier. Sir Montier wishes you the best of luck in scouring our lands of schemers and traitors.
Distinguished Bardolph, you have to understand. We gave you...
Demand to be let into the Citadel.
Entrance is forbidden to anyone not on this list. Who are you?
I am Gilda Crespin, the Queen's former lady-in-waiting. My son went to the Mage Factory and vanished. I demand the Crown take action and find him.
I will pass your request on to His Excellency, Councillor Montier. Perhaps His Excellency will consent to your request and send a rescue party in search of your son.
Montier used to serve me tea, and now I must beg his kindness from the front stoop. Oh, Creator, is there no one who can help me? Are you from the Citadel? Where are you headed?
I beg your pardon. Who are you?
I am Gilda Crespin. My son Albert went to the Mage Factory and never returned. It was right around the time of the disaster.
I won't tread the cursed halls of the Mage Factory, contaminated with Loggy knows what, just for the sake of your son.
Oh, if only someone would hear me out. Yesterday, I was approached by some suspicious people who asked about my son. They said Albert had recently been seen near the Mage's Tower.
Perhaps it would be useful to find him. He most likely witnessed what transpired, after all.
If you see my Albert, pray tell him his dear mother is in a state of righteous outrage and demands he return home at once. That serpent Ursula bewitched him. First she compelled him to marry her, now she's lured him to the other end of the country. Oh.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, the citizens of this noble city, and our most noble and esteemed guests, we are to let no one from Monpatri enter Marcella, so as to ward ourselves from the threat of deadly plague that poisons the air and land of the Mage Factory. Be wary and be vigilant, for these virtues go hand in hand. Keep your families safe, for death by plague is long and full of suffering. Signed, Count Montier. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, all visitors from roads leading to the Mage Factory are to be quarantined. Violation of the quarantine will be punished by exorbitant fines, and no one may enter the afflicted land. Signed, Archmage Caithorn. May his will be unhindered. Furthermore, the forecast by Archmage Caithorn, in all his mighty wisdom, the skies shall be clear for the entirety of the coming week. The mana reserves are low, so no rain shall be summoned. The night sky shall be clear. The days shall be warm, and the flies shall be moderate in number. The heavenly bodies shall grant a boon to those who seek to travel far and are decisive. Seek new knowledge and unveil old secrets. That's all for today. May you live in peace, good people of Nostria.
That was quite a ruckus you made 6 months ago, my dear. Nobody even noticed my new dress. Quite distressing.
My dear? Wench, have you forgotten that you once addressed me as Madam Countess?
Don't you have terribly important affairs of state, or perhaps personal business to attend to? My tailor will be here any minute. But I'd be happy to invite you to my parlor, say, next month?
The DuPont invited you here, didn't he? Don't let his debonair style fool you. The DuPont invited you here, didn't he? Don't let his debonair style fool you. He's very dangerous. Be careful around him.
DuPont seemed quite pleasant to me. Very friendly.
Never play cards with him. Not under any circumstance. I took the risk once and gambled half my fortune away in a single night. The man must be kin to Ulagi himself.
Understood.
The work of Phlegyas, the chronicler. I wonder how many of his own embellishments he added in.
The DuPont invited you here, didn't
My
he?
apologies, Your
Don't
Grace.
let his debonair style fool you. He's very dangerous.
Here come the
Be
highborn.
careful around him.
DuPont seemed quite pleasant to me. Very
Careful.
friendly.
Never play cards with him.
Hello.
So how much is there? Will it last a week?
Well...
Just give me some kind of estimate. Not that long, then. We'll be out of fresh water soon. Where is Eugene? What is he thinking? Huh?
Excuse me, sir. Where's the refugee camp?
Refugee camp? Do I look like someone who gives a fig about such trifles?
There's no need to get angry. Such behavior isn't becoming of a city official.
As far as I know, the prince is yet to appoint someone to take charge of the refugees. Me, I'm in charge of the cisterns and that blasted aqueduct.
Didn't a dragon crash into the aqueduct about 50 years ago? What is it this time? Wyverns? Griffins?
It's old and magical to boot. Few people even understand how it works. I thought this master who studied at the mage school would fix things. But that idiot Eugene hasn't been any help at all. It's been 8 days already. The reserves are running low. The cisterns will be empty in a week. What can that lazy bum be thinking?
official and a bunch of royal guardsmen? What is this?
Centurion Prim,
You ain't
in the name
no
of His
village
Royal
simpleton.
Majesty King Claudius and His Excellency Royal Counselor Montier,
State your business, without the flowery nonsense, if you please.
we have been entrusted with the investigation of the murder at the Bastille Gates.
You who? The bureaucrats? The knights? Those are my people who died at the gates, you imbecile. I'm the one who'll investigate.
Centurion Prim, show a little respect for a Marcellan magistrate. You guards are a dull bunch. The conspirators' lair was right under your noses. Only a day has passed since His Excellency Montier took the investigation in hand, and lo and behold, he's already exposed the conspirators. His Excellency Montier is not inclined to place his faith in you, Prim. Therefore, you are suspended from command until the conspirators have been neutralized. In the interim, your guards will serve under Sir Oligar. Guard Commander Horace is being sent to the Bastille Gates. If the knights find evidence of negligence, Prim, you will not stay a centurion for long.
You won't find anything. Forget it. I serve the king truly, and always have. You make a mistake pitting us and the guard against each other, official. It bodes ill.
An official and a bunch of...
Sir Oligar, Guard Commander Horace is being sent to the Bastille Gates.
Official and a bunch of royal guardsmen? What is this?
So how much is there? Will it last a week?
Well...
Just give me some kind of estimate.
Wait a moment. As I recall, you were sent by Prince Adrian. Isn't that right?
That depends on what you want.
There's this delicate business, and its resolution would serve the interests of the crown. Flavius the Wisecracker is missing. He's no ordinary man, but a courtier acting as an assistant to the king, the prince, and the royal counselor Montier himself. Flavius writes their speeches, you see, and the text of their decrees. That man handles words with the agility of a juggler. The magistrates find him very useful indeed. But Flavius has been missing for 3 days now, and I need him urgently. Business of utmost royal importance, I assure you.
Gone today, here tomorrow, I'm sure. Creative people, the young ones especially, are prone to wander.
He's not particularly young. He recently mentioned he's about to begin his most significant work yet. He spoke of some inconceivable revelations. He seemed agitated as well. He was mumbling something about a swan song, a terrible truth, planning to visit some ancient ruins. I've known Flavius for a long time. Please, find him if you can and bring him back to Marcella. The magistrature will pay you for your trouble, of course.
Hey!
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Could the world be running out of mana?
That's impossible. Mana is an endless resource.
Not everyone thinks so.
Do you believe in that blight nonsense too?
No, bless your soul. But it would explain a lot of things.
Hey!
Who's that?
My dear friend, it pains me to see this. What's going on around us?
What do you mean? The epidemic?
Not the epidemic itself. Rather, the soul-crushing powerlessness demonstrated by the authorities.
What are you proposing? A rebellion? Overthrowing the tyrant?
No. My indignation doesn't quite burn that hard. I'd rather have a glass of good wine.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Geomancy-wise, nothing. Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. That's impossible. Mana is an endless resource.
Not everyone.
Ah, it's you. Congratulations on your release. Has common sense prevailed after all?
How exactly does that concern you?
My name is Gladrin, retired Assistant Chief Justice. The way you were treated is an outrage. To send a person to Crucis without due process. You were accused of poisoning the king, weren't you?
I'm surprised it was just about the poisoning.
Had a thorough investigation been conducted, I'm sure we would have uncovered the true assassins, and justice would have prevailed. For once.
That's a good view.
never brought anyone to this place before. I want you to be the first.
Valmont, I do like you, but...
Always that blasted but. Yes, it's the dreaded but. But how can there be objections in love?
Love? Oh, you're moving rather quickly now that we speak in private. You invited me here for the picturesque views, and now...
Now you've inflamed my heart.
Replace the crystal with the mouth. What are we doing wrong?
Is it a problem with the city?
Loyal subjects of the king, in the
Welcome to
name of His
Marseille.
Royal Majesty, King Claudius.
Who's that?
Oh, beauty of beauties. You've stolen my heart. Would you like to go for a walk?
A walk? Well, I love going for walks, especially on horseback.
On horseback? That can easily be arranged.
Here. Why are the floors still dirty?
It's not my fault, my lady.
More of your excuses. There's no water in the well. Excuses. See for yourself. Liar.
Just take a look. It's gone dry.
Oh, impudence.
are you doing here? Why are the floors still dirty?
It's not my fault, my lady.
More of your excuses.
Stop that pushing, or I'll push back.
Just take a look. It's gone wrong. Oh, impudence.
What do we do
We must
now?
have caught a traitor.
Oh.
We should have gone after the
You've been to Upper Marcella? Pray tell, haven't you seen them?
Who? Give me the specifics fast, before I get angry.
4 green-feathered Illyrian chicks. They're hard to miss. Okay, it's a really stupid story. I promised to deliver these chicks to the royal kitchen, but my useless son dropped the chicks' cage, and now they've scattered all over Marcella.
Some back-alley beggar is bound to have eaten them by now.
How can you say that? A single one of those chicks is worth more than a warhorse. I'll pay 50 gold pieces a head for those chicks if that's what it takes to get them back. I can't afford a breach of contract with the royal kitchen. My entire business depends on it.
All right, kid, you're going to answer my questions now. Unless you want more trouble, that is.
I've got plenty of that already. I'm no kid. My name is Andre.
I don't care what your name is. Where are the chicks?
Yeah, sure. I was taking them to the Citadel like my dad told me, but I didn't go there right away. All those steps and the heat and, well, I decided to grab a drink. Since I didn't have much coin, I headed for Lower Town. I had a sip, grabbed the cage, and was running back to the gate. It's always so crowded around there. I wasn't looking where I was going and slammed right into...
Right into what?
Not what. Who? It was Will Cutter himself. He knocked me clear across the street. I dropped the cage and the chicks just scattered in every direction. I've got no idea why he left me alive. He just took one of the chicks and said, "A parting gift." Then he put his boot to my ass and told me to go back to my dad. But please, don't tell. Dad don't let me touch the strong stuff. He'll slap me senseless.
They must have caught a traitor. They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. Heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria? We've heard all the savior jokes already. It's the one with the cat in the dung pit, isn't it? No, it's a new one. Listen, so the savior's on the road, armored head to toe, sword in hand, the whole bit. Just like a knight from a painting. And the savior sees 3 fools from Floster who can't share a ball of yarn. Worry not, says the savior. Where 1 ball was, you will have 3. And then draws a sword and... Quiet. Who's that on the road? Seems the three of us are the butt of this joke. Oh, shut up.
Quit that cheeping, you green freak.
Wait, is that a chick in that barrel?
Chicken.
Hey you, townsman. What is that sound coming from that barrel? Cheep, 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 I think it is.
A green chick. They're supposed to be worth a bundle. Why do you care?
I care because a merchant named Gallon is missing a few of these rare chicks. And I've been tasked to find them.
You're working for Gallon. That pathetic excuse for a cook. Is he paying you in stew? Tell him his son insulted me. Me, Will Cutter. The pup ran full into me. If I'd have been holding a drink, I might have spilled it. I took the chick as payment for his bad manners.
You're one bold brute.
One more word, and you'll wake up face down in a ditch, dead. And no one will touch me either. You want to know why? Ask Centurion Prim. If he's got time to waste on a nobody like you.
Just do it, Pops. Take the goods and we're done here.
Bludgeon doesn't need no dirty wares. I'm not taking it.
What do you mean, dirty?
You sure you weren't tailed? What about the seals? We clean?
Cleaner than a prince's backside.
Shh. Who's that?
What? Where? Did you find it?
Shut it, you idiot.
The lower town. Both figuratively and literally.
So how much is there? Will it last a week? Well... Just give me some kind of estimate.
What does everything else cost? If a single chit goes for 50 gold.
Hey! So how much is there? Will it last a week?
The rabble in this city are getting quite brazen. I'd barely stepped outside the palace when I was accosted by this rude fellow named Cutter. How long has it been this way?
Ever since the king was poisoned and his wise advisors and magistrates took over the country. Though he has his weaknesses, King Claudius is a very stern monarch. While he was in good health, people obeyed his every word, as if it were law, which in fact it is. Now everything is stuck. Every protocol and directive in question. The future vague.
Sure, you could place all your hopes in a good king. Or how about dealing with these problems yourself?
The last time I tried to deal with Cutter, I was almost sent to Crucis, on a charge of conspiracy to assassinate an assistant magistrate. Tweets, of course. So if you want to deal with a dog, find its master first. Do you see what I mean? But should something unfortunate happen to Cutter, none of the guards would see or hear anything about it. I certainly wouldn't shed any tears for him.
You've stolen my heart. Would you like to...
What are you doing here? Why are the floors still dirty?
It's not my fault, my lady.
More of your excuses.
There's no water in the well.
Excuses? See for yourself.
They must have caught a traitor.
What do we do now?
They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the roads. What a mess. Quiet. I think they're leaving now. Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Nostria? We've heard all the savior jokes already.
Quit that cheeping, you green freak. Stupid chicken. I told you to get lost, didn't I?
So how much is there? Will it last a week?
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty.
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining away. What are we doing wrong?
Tastes like chicken.
Is it a problem with the sigils?
I don't think so. It's like...
Do I know you?
The world be running out of...
In the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius, sovereign of Nostria, defender of the realm, all visitors from roads leading to the base factory are to be quarantined. Violation of the quarantine will be punished by exorbitant fines.
Hello. So how much is there? Will it last a week?
The new recruits, huh?
Oh. Should have gone after the bandits instead.
Here are your chicks. The whole lot. The locals must be dim-witted. Or someone else would have caught them before I did.
Oh, my precious little chickies. My treasures. I thank you with all my heart. You saved me.
Saved you? 200 gold made it worthwhile.
You must have caught a traitor. You should have gone after. Where's that Jackard? How much longer do I have to store this cane for him?
What cane?
I know you've no answer for me. Jackard, our master golem craftsman, ordered an iron cane from me and never returned to collect it. I understand that his leg is troubling him, but how hard can it be to get from his workshop to the marketplace? Or he could have sent Ada to fetch it. What am I to do with this thing now?
How far is this workshop? 3 days on horseback, I assume.
It's very close. Just turn right at the Marcellan wall. Here, take the cane. It's propped against the counter. You might also consider buying some golems to guard you. They must have caught a traitor. They should have gone after the bandits instead and protected the road. Scrolls, spells.
That's a lot of guards.
You have no idea what we've been through. No entry. Order of the Royal Counselor. But why? All I want is to buy food. No entry for your kind. But how could this be? My money is as good as anyone else's. You have the plague, so your money has the plague. Now move. Please. I have a wife and children. I have a family too. They live right over there. Now scram.
Stop, you stupid lump of clay. Did you just break the press again? Yes. You broke it again with your huge stupid hand. I can't. Old mover is nothing for you. You can break 100 a day.
Get up, artisan. I have your new cane.
What am I gonna do with that? Do I look like I can carry an iron cane around all day? I've been using a special ointment to soothe my leg. I'm waiting for it to kick in right now. Get it? Kick in? Ha! That piece of iron is for the press that prints the clay tablets. The old one's broken. Be a dear. Help me with the rest. You'll see the groove from the cane right away. When the work starts up again, I'll make you golems like you've never seen.
The cane is the answer. Come on, you brainless clay statue, get to work. That cane's made of iron. It won't break or bend.
Yes! Now we can finally get to work. Our warehouse is full of blank golems because we weren't producing any command tablets.
It is precisely for the golems that I'm putting in all this effort. Are they for sale?
Of course, whether it's for spinning an elevator wheel, printing tablets, or for war. Any purpose you can think of. I told you, you'll know the correct groove if you just look for it. That's how things work around here. You insert the cane in the right place, and we can go into full production again. Here, take this tablet from our newest batch and head over to the elevator. Lita's been complaining that her golem's tablet is almost worn out.
What do you think I am? Your personal assistant?
There's something in it for you too, friend, and what if the elevator does break down? What are you gonna do? Run around the hills on foot? That would take much longer.
How are things, brother?
Could be better. What would that blasted mob seize the port? The borders are closed now.
That's bad, I imagine.
The worst thing is, my wife somehow heard about that whatever it's called. You know, that ridiculous black menace all the idiots believe in these days.
The Blight?
Yeah. What a convenient excuse. Why clean the house when we'll die of the Blight anyway? Why do we need a third child when the Blight might claim us tomorrow?
Women. They believe every kind of twaddle. My wife's no better.
You're telling me, brother. I wish they'd just forget all about it.
By the ninth element.
I wasn't expecting to find a healer mage here. Have you found the root of the trouble?
That's just the thing. I haven't. I've performed rituals. I've engaged the aspect of a mystical vision. I've summoned a lesser spirit of stone. The spirit and I sniffed every inch of ground in and around the camp. There was nothing. Not a thing. No swamp curses, no necromantic plague, no putrefying pollen. Nothing. Why are you commoners bothering the mages? His wisdom, Archmage Cathorn himself summoned me all the way from Elir. And now what? It was nothing but a waste of time.
You speak like an expert in the death element. Who are you?
I am Remedius, senior healing mage of the Royal Mage Order. Strange you've never heard of me. Whom do I have the honor of addressing?
I am Catherine, Countess of Rigor. I am presently acting as a representative of Prince Adrian, investigating the Monpatri disaster.
Well, I have something to relate to the prince's envoy. The famous writer Flavius was spotted wandering around the ruins near here, or so I was told. He's been struck by a very peculiar disease of the spirit. If I had the time, I'd search for him myself, but I do not. If you find Flavius, pray escort him to the magistrate. I will pay the sick fellow a visit as soon as I can.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat.
There's no one here.
Greetings, wanderer.
Greetings to you too, my good man. Do you know what is producing those chilling howls from the ruins? I spent the night here, and that awful wailing had my teeth chattering until the dawn.
Eliu only knows. 6 months now, this evil spirit has made the place its home. It groans, it wails, and gnashes its teeth every night. No sensible person would go anywhere near. Only some grug.
I saw a nimble young girl there this morning. She climbed the wall, peeked inside, then jumped down and ran off.
A slender little thing scales walls like a cat? I know her. She's Gint's daughter Ada, a restless girl who hops from rock to rock like a mountain goat. Eliu be praised, they finally found a way to rein her in. She's employed at the Golem Workshop now. I need to get going now. Good luck on your journey.
Same to you. Goodbye.
Can I have a few words with you?
As long as it really is just a few.
I can see you're a capable sort, and I bet you aren't afraid of getting in a pickle from time to time. I'm a wanderer, just like you. Gee, how rude. I forgot to introduce myself. The name's Dwayne. I'm a famous treasure hunter. Everyone's heard of me.
Famous treasure hunter, eh? Don't know the name.
That's because I'm a wanderer, as I said. I come from Mercelin. I've been plenty of places. Visiting the elves in Marion, sailing to Port Legrand on a leer.
Ah, yes. A real hero's hero. But whatever could you need from my humble self?
It involves treasure, naturally. I know of a find that will make us both rich. After we fight a vicious monster for it, I mean. I discovered a cache of valuables, you see. A precious amulet and a pile of gold. But evil is a Logi, and his gifts as well. I was on my knees, gathering the gold into a sack, when a monster crawled out of the dark and took a piece out of my leg. I had to flee. I got away with my life and not much else. Now here's what I'm offering. Bring me the amulet, and I'll pay 5,000 coin for it. Quite a windfall, isn't it? Dwayne, the treasure hunter, knows where the money's at. Get me?
How come you've got so much money at your disposal if you left the gold back in those ruins?
Nothing gets by you, eh? I found a wealthy buyer for the amulet. Produce the amulet and I'll produce the money. Here, take this as a down payment. I can see you're trustworthy.
The kingdom isn't what it used to be. People are being robbed right outside the capital. Here's the treasure. All I need to do is find a way to unlock the bars. It seems quite simple. Just put pressure on the stone and... Someone left a lantern here. There must have been a reason. Childish riddles.
My amulet. Give it to me.
And here's the fearsome monster. I can't believe this little kid was scaring people.
I never got to grow up. Kidnapper took my brother and me. Took us away and robbed and killed us. I drove him away and hid the amulet. Now give it back!
Yeah, right. Why should I believe your story?
A robber. A big man. He grabbed us. Killed my brother and me. Don't believe me? Find him yourself. Ask around and see what you find. Give my amulet back. It was my mother's and it's mine now. It's so cold here. Cannot leave. Can't find him. Must have my revenge. The scoundrel will be punished. Punished. so cold here. Cannot leave. Can't find it. Must have my revenge. Scoundrel will be punished. Punished. It's so cold here. Cannot leave.
Good day to you.
Likewise. I'd like to ask you about the ruins by the bridge. Have you ever been there?
No, my good fellow. I am a traveler. I'm only staying here for a couple of nights. Why would I go crawling around old ruins?
Have you maybe seen anyone else crawling around over there?
You know, I once saw a girl climbing inside, very nimbly, over some tree branches. She might know something.
A girl? What's her name?
Quite slender. A local plowman told me her name, Agla, Ava, Ada? Yes, that's it. Ada. She's from a family of clay diggers. Or was it potters? No, something to do with clay. I'd take a look to the north. There's a clay pit under the walls of Marcella. That's where they work.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
I'm so hungry, I'd fight a wolf for a piece of raw meat. One cauldron a day for a
The cane is the answer. Brainless place, can't you get the word? That cane's made mine. It won't break a bend.
What do you need?
Please don't be afraid. Is your name Ada?
Yeah.
I've heard you're quite dexterous and inquisitive. I could really use some help from someone like you.
Yeah, that's right. What do you need? I don't raid birds' nests, mind you. But I can fetch things stuck up on a roof.
I know you've been to the ruins near the bridge many times. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary over there?
Me? No, I haven't. Not yesterday.
Please focus. I have a certain person in mind right now, and your answer will decide their fate.
It's been so long. It was about, half a year ago. I saw a monster. A man, a scary man. He was leading 2 boys in there. I figured I'd go take a look at them. They're so cute when they're sleeping. And when I got in, I saw that man instead. He was sleeping so peacefully and holding a knife. I gasped, and he woke up and looked straight at me. I was so scared. I ran and never told anyone.
I'm glad you told me. Now let's go see Prim and Marcella. He's the captain of the guards. He'll help deal with that miscreant.
The captain of the guards? Do I have to talk to Prim in person? All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
The cane is the answer. You brainless waste, can't you get the word? That cane's
No idea what we've been through. No entry. Order of the Royal Council. Hey, heard the new joke about the savior of Noshka? They must have caught a traitor. All the savior jokes already. They should have gone after the bandits instead.
The new recruits, huh? You?
From the lower town.
Yes? What do you want?
We have come to,
Centurion, this girl Ada was witness to an act of great evil. Tell him all about it, child.
I was walking down the road, past the bridge, and I saw some blackberries. Really ripe ones. I was sitting behind a blackberry bush, having a nibble, when I saw a man on the road. He had 2 boys with him. I could see they'd been crying. One was clutching a piece of jewelry in his hand. They were both fair-haired with a touch of red. The man had dark hair. He was dragging them towards the ruins. I waited in the bush until they had passed, and then went home. But what I'd seen gave me a bad feeling, so I decided to return to the ruins that night and see what was inside. And what I saw...
Right.
Huh. What did you see? Don't keep us hanging.
I saw the black-haired man asleep, using a bundle of children's clothing as a pillow, with a knife in his hand. There was no sign of the boys. He woke up and gave me such a terrible look, I nearly fell down. I ran for my life. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not some tramp, you know. I'm apprenticed to Jackard, the master golem maker. He'll vouch for me.
What man is this, I wonder? Sulking Sven? Owl the Atrocious? Cutter?
No, not Cutter. He calls himself Dwayne the Treasure Hunter. I saw him in Market Square.
Ah, Dwayne. He really is famous and quite a nasty character. I have a grudge against him, and I'm not alone. The man swindled several people, but he's wily as hell. I've never had enough evidence to collar him. But now I'm going to arrest him at last. Thank you both. You've been very helpful. I'll send a guardsman over to Jackard when the case goes to trial and witnesses are called. For now, you may go.
The new recruits, huh? Where are you from? What are you doing in my beloved guard?
I'm from Rickville, eager to uphold law and order.
You?
From the lower town. Cutter's on. Where?
Enough. What about you, lad?
I'm from the Foster Guard. so hungry, I'd fight a wolf.
It's so cold here. Cannot leave. Can't find him. The amulet. My mother's amulet.
Yes, I brought the amulet.
Thank you. Has the thief been punished?
He's in prison by now, waiting for his execution. Are you satisfied?
I can sense it. He's scared. He is suffering. Good. There's nothing for me to guard anymore. I'll come with you.
Really? Well, keeping company with the dead will surely make immortality more interesting. A skeleton. Another skeleton.
Oh, it's you. How's it going with the...
The boy or the murderer?
The boy?
He's one of the undead now. A restless spirit inside a walking corpse. He asked to join me, and I said yes.
You're very kind. Especially considering he's someone who's no longer alive. I have faith again that Nostria will survive these terrible times. Thank you.
I'm touched, my child. I hope we meet again one day.